Hello there. H+III+T to put that dang on time. Speechless. What I am is speechless. If you follow me on Twitter, which, I mean, I'm not the kind of person who says, oh, follow me on Twitter, you know, blah, blah, blah. It's because y'all be missing stuff. I was watching this movie, and you see the title of the video, welcome to another edition of Hulu and Chill, watching this dang on movie, and I was, like, live tweeting, and I was, like, slick reviewing it as I was watching it, so if you follow me on Twitter, you've seen all the stuff that's been going on, man. This movie's called Mikey, made in 1992. It is a early 90s slasher film, if you will. It was under the horror section, so I don't know how, you know, gore and horror just kind of mix into the same thing. I'm not really sure, but I went into this thinking it was going to be a scary movie. Turned out it was just slasher, and a slasher, if you don't know what that means, is pretty much the old cliche, somebody's just going around killing people, pretty much. And this isn't something I normally review or talk about on my channel, but it's fictional, so I guess it's okay. Basically, the movie, and I don't want to give too much away, the movie is about this kid, and literally, in the first 30 seconds of the movie, he kills everybody in his household. And it's like, my gosh, that's not what I signed up for. I was going off on Twitter, but, yeah, so kills his entire family, then he gets adopted. So it's kind of the whole dramatic irony of we know who did it, but the characters don't know. Don't get too attached to them because everybody freaking dies. Let me just spoil that for you. Everybody freaking dies. My bad for not saying spoilers ahead of time, but I mean, the death toll came up to 9 people. I kind of had my fingers crossed. I was hoping for 10 just to keep it an even number, but turned out 9 people. My gosh. And I'm not just talking about random side character. The only random side character was a cat. But I felt like the cat, I had an emotional attachment to that little black cat, but that's neither here nor there. So 9 people died, and these are main characters. We're not talking about the mailman. We're not talking about someone I mean, main characters, 9 of them died. So that shows how fast the movie was moving. I'm just going to go ahead and spoil it. And a thing that just had me going absolutely insane with this, and it's in no way a bad movie. If we're gonna play lap or trap here, I'll give it a lap just because it was entertaining. But just there were so many things that to me didn't make any freaking sense. Like if you're in a household and you're, let's say 32 or something like that, and it's been established he's a 9-year-old kid and he's got a hammer. He hits you on the hand with said hammer. Would you walk calmly into the kitchen and get ice and then walk back and say, now, Johnny, that wasn't very... No! Kid continues, wailing on this chick with his hammer. I mean, gosh dang, thought it was dang on Triple H. Horrible. And this lady's just like, stop it, Mikey, don't do it, stop it, you're hurting me. Are you kidding me? Kick him, punch him, do something. It's a child. It's a child. Unbelievable. Unbelievable that this kid is just going around just slaughtering people so effortlessly. Move out the way when he gets the crossbow. And he got a crossbow in this is just a random suburban household in Arizona, which Arizona looks amazing. Shout out to people from Arizona. You guys have a very nice state. But that's not here nor there. He just randomly finds a crossbow and like just starts like unloading on some Legolas stuff like it's Lord of the Rings. Where did the crossbow come from? It was introduced earlier in the movie, but he just had it in the house because lemons? Not even because plot, because lemons. But it gets even worse, you guys. At the very end of the movie, oh, gosh, it gets really creepy, and I don't want to, like, really gross you guys out with this, but, he, like, grabs, like, a thing of, like, some drink of some kind, and I don't know what the technical term of it is, but it's like you got the bottle, and you put the towel in it, and you light it on fire, and you throw it. I don't know what that's called, but he threw it at his dad, and the entire house explodes. The kid doesn't have powers. There's no supernatural tendencies here. Slasher, guys. Slasher. The army wasn't involved. No bazookas or anything like that. He just blows up the house because lemons? What? And of course, he somehow was able to throw it and it explodes, but he got out perfectly. He got out perfectly fine to move on into the next family. Last thing I want to say, because I don't want to make these videos too long, because it's not a review, it's just me talking about it, but y'all, the real hardcore line at the very end, when he had his mother, no. His school teacher, he said, "You've taught me so many things. Can you teach me one more thing?" And she's like against the wall, like, "What?" And he says, "Can you teach me how to die?" Boom! I'm just like, that was kind of corny, but the movie's alright. Like, comment, subscribe, H+III+T. If you got Hulu, if you're like a little kid, I wouldn't suggest checking it out, but if you're an adult, check that foolishness out. Let me end this. I don't want to be 6 minutes. So, like, comment, subscribe, H+III+T. Dang on Mikey, Hulu and chill. Let me know if you're liking these style of videos. Yeah.